is going on TikTok, YouTube? So, Jesus, stopped by a local coffee spot called Dulce Donuts. Let's go. And got myself a donut, cheese Danish specifically, cheese Danish and a donut. And but the thing is that I don't want to necessarily eat the donut first. There's this thing that I discovered when it comes to eating sugar. Before you eat a meal, it kind of increases the what's it called? Your insulin levels, right? Your glucose levels, like super high. So I've been trying to like switch up, especially just investing and stuff like that and trading stocks. You always kind of want like a burst of sugar, and rushing to something sugary, you know what I mean, like cereal, oatmeal, or whatever the case may be. It's kind of normal to do so, but I'm trying to switch it to where now that I learned new information, it's sort of like learning a different strategy to trade stocks and make money. It's like, if you know how to use a strategy to make money, why would you not use a strategy to make money, right? So health is wealth, right? So to not eat sugar right away and actually eat a meal to keep the glucose levels down, I think it's just much more smarter. But today we're gonna cheat though. So like after trading for 5-6 years now, what I realized is that sugar is one of the biggest, I guess you could say, it could be a key ingredient of why people lose in the market, believe it or not. Because, your brain, just like I explained with the glucose levels, when you have these crazy spikes of glucose levels, and you're trading first thing in the morning, right? There are some people I like to call milkshake for breakfast, right? Where a person will wake up and eat like a vanilla chocolate cappuccino or some shit like that, or even a frappuccino, right, with caramel whipped cream or whatever. Yeah, shit may taste good, but going back to the point that I just made, when you don't regulate your glucose levels, you just have these spikes in the brain where it gets you all wound up and gets you just, I guess you could say, it doesn't keep the brain easy. And what I realized is that it's, specifically in the beginning, when it comes to, placing your trade, you're using a lot of money to make more money. When you're not sharp and on point with mentally where you need to be to make a proper educated decision, and you have something like sugar, which it's not our best friend, but when you have something like sugar, it just kind of just muddles up the entire situation. I like to compare this to like going to the casino to gamble, right? What's one of the biggest things that can be a complete distraction, right? Besides the women, showing their tits, and stuff like that, but it's liquor, right? When you have liquor and you're gambling, right, which is one of the biggest distractions, they give you free drinks to use your hard-earned money to gamble with. It's one of the biggest distractions, right? In our case, in the market, it's sugar, right? Sugar knocks you off. It distorts the mind on you being able to think straight, right? It's super crazy. So something so small, something so simple, can ruin a lot of, I guess you could say, can ruin a good trade. You know what I mean? So right now it's the weekend, so it's good. You can kind of like enjoy yourself, whatever. But most importantly, though, just with education, when you start to research that side of the market, right? It's one thing to kind of have a good strategy, in order to trade, but then there's another to regulate your diet, what your intake is. One of the questions that I've always had is, or at least I'm interested in, is what does Elon Musk eat for breakfast? And the reason why is that, or even if you look at LeBron James, or like, I guess you could say these supreme performers, right? What do they eat? What is their diet like? Do they have nutritionists that tell them about these things? And I would think so. And I think that one of the things to implement is eating more whole food. So one of the other points that I wanted to say too is that they said, like, when you eat fruit as well too, it kind of spikes the glucose levels as well too. And this is a very unpopular topic, but I just wanted to kind of bring it up because it kind of regulates decision making, and whether or not if you're going to succeed or fail. So like another thing is too is coffee. I kind of cut out, or not kind of, I did cut out a bunch of sugar and cream in my coffee, and just drink it black. And I kind of got into that when I would go to Starbucks and I'll ask them for, cream and sugar on the side. Or first I'll say light cream, light sugar. And then I was like, this stuff is like way too freaking sweet. And, when you drink your coffee first thing in the morning, I'm like, bro, this is a lot of sugar first thing in the morning. And then I was like, okay, well, let me get the cream and sugar on the side. And then I just started to get to the point where it's like, bro, I don't even want this shit. Like, just give me straight black. And for me, and I think the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I think a lot of people, believe it or not, suffer from drinking a bunch of sugar in their coffee. And it like I say, milkshakes for breakfast, bro. Dutch Bros is another one that I feel like a lot of people suffer with. Great business model, great concept, you know what I mean? In my opinion, I think their lines are much more longer than Starbucks. People love milkshakes for breakfast, but it's what it's doing to you to allow you to perform how you want to perform. It gives some major effects, man. So yeah,